Radio, grade 10s. Here we go. We are on page 6.3. We are stepping it up now. We're still on third angle orthographic projection. Do I have all of your attention? Yes or no? Yes. All right. We've got a class full of learners, and we are going to do this one here together. So the start of these drawings, it's important for you to understand what is given and what is required. Take a moment and read the instructions here on top. They say a given figure shows the pictorial view of a model. We have to draw to scale 1 to 2 and in third angle orthographic projection the following views of the model. Stop right there. Scale 1 to 2 means what? If this measurement says 100, what will you use on the paper? 50. Ne? You divide the measurement here by 2. It's half scale. Or alternatively, you will use a scale 1 to 2 ruler. Okay. Third angle orthographic projection. You can stop again there because I want you to, first of all, remind yourself what does this symbol look like for third angle orthographic projection. Who can remember? We did it yesterday. What is going to, if I draw it here, what is going to be the first symbol that I draw? Small circle. Big circle. The circles, all right? And I'll just do a quick reminder once I've drawn this, if you're unsure why. And on this side, we will have the front view of the cone. Okay? This is a cone. That's the center line. Sorry about that. And we have two views here. Just a cone like this that you would see in the road. Okay? And in third angle orthographic projection, if we look from the left-hand side, we see the small circle, the big circle. And if we look from the front, well, we see this. And that's why this is a third angle orthographic projection symbol, which means if I get to my projection, what view is going to be in this quadrant? Wat se aansig gaan hier wees? Top, bo aansig. Which view is going to be direct, which is always below front, mooi so. Wat gaan hierdie ene wees? Kyk nou mooi hier. Hier is die vooraansig. As hierdie die linkeraansig, daai twee cirkels is altyd links. These two circles are always left. Then on the right hand side is the right view. Yes or no? Yes. Anybody wants me to repeat what I just said? Okay. So they asked me to draw the following views. The front view, the top view, and the right view. And then we have to insert 5 dimensions, the ones that they've indicated for us. And all in detail, we have to then also add the scale, the title here at the bottom, and the projection symbol. Now if we look at the model, we have a front view to it, we have a right view, and this would be the top view. Vooraansig, regteraansig, vooraansig. Now yesterday when we did these the easy way, what did we do? We kind of tried and determined. If I look from the right, I'll see this surface here. I'll see that surface. Yes or no? Yes. I'll see this one. This one? No. That one? No. This one here? No. Oh, okay, this one. Of course, this one, eh? And it runs actually below there. Will I see any other surface? All right, that's in the front view. If I then look in the, the right view, sorry. If I look in the front, I'll see this surface. Does it help you if I color it in like this? You can do it yourself, you know that. All right, nothing hinders you from doing that. Any corner that you see on these view, any lines that you see here in the end is going to resemble a corner. If I look from the top, see that surface, this running down, and I have to assume that it's symmetrical, that this is also on that side. Do you agree with me? Okay, you can't see it, but you can assume that. All right. Okie dokie, so, oh wait, maybe you can't assume that because look at the spacing, it is off center. So maybe don't just assume. Okay. Alright, let's start drawing that. We're going to start on here with a 10 millimeter spacing. So just, let's start, I wonder which view will we start with. Let's start with the front view. Okay, just 10 millimeters below. And so it's similar to what we did yesterday with that grid that we used, okay? Bring that one up. So this corner here will be which corner on my given model. Wat daai ook daar in die vooraansig. Waar gaan hy wees hier? Hy gaan wees daar. Sien by my? Okay. So from there I've got 96 down. Then this side here is what?
24.
Where did you get that 24, young man? There, nee? Kyk gou, moenie net teken nie. Kyk gou vir my saam met my. Corneels. Kyk mooi. Just to make sure you understand and you with me. This top corner here, all right, is this one. Yes or no? Although it's removed from it because this is at an angle, all right. Then going down, I've got that 96, and then here they don't give me the measurement, but I have to find that somewhere else. So soek julle 'n bietjie zoom in. Better. Okay? I have to go find this distance. There it is. So that's also 24. Okay? So now if I come back here using my scale 1 to 2, I can go down 96 and then 24. Okay? And I can draw this construction line all the way through to the right view. Yes. Yeah, but I'm on the scale 1 to 2, so it's still on my ruler 96. Or if it was 96 divided by 2, it would have been 48. Yes or no? Everybody with me? All right. Now let's do the width here. It's the same like I did yesterday. Remember I counted 1, 2, 3. I wanted to get the maximum. Then I wanted to get the width. Now I'm just doing it using measurements. So I've got 84, 24, 36. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to do the 84 first. There it is. Make a dot. Then we have the 24. Make a dot. And we have the 36. Almal by en almal bly. Niemand is kwaad vir my nie. Alright, and that I'm going to then project upward. So I'm creating my own grid. Okay. Now the front view is starting to look much easier to draw. There's a 48 drop here. Let's drop.
I think you said, I thought you put 48 or 44.
Let's double check. It should be 48. Yeah, all right. Okay, and then, so I can bring that across as well. And then that center, that circle, we've got a 24, which I think was this one. No, not that 24. So we're just doing these measurements here. The 24, 48, 24, because I have to determine that center for my arc. So 24, 48, 24. And then that 48 has a center again of 24. Nee? So I'm going to just start drawing this in here. Okay, that's the center of my radius 24 arc. Alright, that's a 24, so I can use, let me see if I have a stencil, that's that, no. Okay, then I'm going to use my compass. double check it. Okay. Right, the base here on the front, I can draw that in. So once I have that grid, it's much similar than yesterday. And here we have an angle. Okay, now what is interesting in this model is I actually can't see what's happening here on this end. Ne? So if it's like this in the exam and you leave that open, will you get it right or wrong? I'll give you your marks because I can't see on this one whether it's not spaced equally, so it's difficult. But putting it in would also be fine. Okay, so let's put in a rib there. It makes to me more sense that there will be a rib. Okay, any questions up to this point? Enige met 'n vraag? How confident are you up to this step? Just show me with hands, like up or where are you? Alright, so let me do the right view. So the right view is next to it. Now we're looking from this end. Now we're using this width, the 96 and the 24 on this end. So again, first your 10 millimeters. Just draw that up to there. Then we have our 96. And then we have another 24 next to that. Okay, so let's start there. So this one on the side goes all the way up here. Okay, and then this front part, how far is that? Well, that's only 72. So from here, I'm going to go 72. And I already projected the height across, so I can just bring that one down. Okay, and then we need this end. And what do we have here? This is called a rib, so it runs, as you see, from there to there. Okay, and then the last thing is at that height, there's hidden detail running all the way through here. Right, happy chappy? How's the progress on your end? So just a quick tip here, if possible, when you're doing orthographic projection like this, start with a front view because it's centered to projecting the top and the right. Also, they might even ask the left view. Then it would have been on the other side, of course. Okay. All right. Any questions? All right. What do we do next? Now we start projecting that what is given to us. So we go up here to the 45. Same on this one. Same on that one. You can project these up. Alright, and now across at that 45. And so we're just creating a grid similar to what we had yesterday when we did these drawings freehand. With our new grid now, it's going to be quite quick to fill that in. So from the top view now, I'm going to see these two top surfaces, and they're running from the back to the front. Just draw that outside. Now it's a base. That's actually the base that I'm drawing. Then this one here is there. Project that up. And then that rib, double check that rib. What's missing now in this drawing? If you look at that, is there anything that's missing? Hidden detail. This rib runs all the way to the back and then it makes like a T. Do you see that? Kyk gou, jy moet nie nou teken nie, jy moet nou kyk. This hidden detail goes all the way to the back and then it comes out to this side. Yes or no? And then the same on the other side. Hidden detail. Okay. What else is missing? Center line, meneer. Okay. Anything else? Okay, so I can double check myself if I zoom out here so I can see everything. You can double check yourself. If I look from the top, I see this surface, I see that part, this one, I see that surface which is there, this end, that rib. Okay, so let me add quickly these two components, this one and that one, and even on the side there which we've now also drawn. It's called a rib. In English and Afrikaans the same. Afrikaans kan jy dit ook 'n web noem. What would you think would be the purpose of this support that comes up at the side? What would be the purpose of this and that? Help me out. I just said it. Stumbled over my own. Yeah, support. It's stability. It keeps this top end in place. And you will draw this in a lot of drawings. It's called in English a rib of a web. In Afrikaans, as jy nou in Afrikaans rib sê, gaan ek ook verstaan. So geef jou kwaad is, rib or a web. Alright. Then they want us to do measurements. I'm going to do a couple of measurements because I want to make sure you get it correctly drawn. So they want us to do this 96. So please do it as follows, using your ruler. The first 2 millimeters you keep it open. Let me just get to scale one. Okay. First 2 millimeters you keep open, and then you do a line of about 15. Alright. So up to about 15 millimeters. You can slide that up and do exactly the same on the top. 2 millimeter gap and draw again up to 15. Okay. And then the dimension line goes in there. Okay. Ja.
Is it 15 millimeter extra 15 millimeter in total?
Yeah, in total. Okay, and then an arrow. That arrow doesn't look like you're doing archery. Okay, you're not Robin Hood. It's small, very simple like that. Then in the middle of this line, you do a 1 millimeter, then a 3 millimeter. Construction line. Construction line. And what do you write there? 90. Oops, sorry. In the middle, 96. I want to see these two construction lines. I want to see that millimeter gap. I want to see the 2 arrows and the gaps here for your dimension lines. And the first one is always 15 millimeters away. Right. Then the next 4. Okay, one more thing. A vertical dimension like this, it's always on the left-hand side of the line. Altyd aan die linkerkant van hierdie maatlyn kom jou maatskrywing. Ja of nee? Het jy my gehoor? Alright, let's go to this top view. I'll just erase some of these lines for the sake of not confusing anybody. Alright, I'm going to add one more here because I want to actually teach you something. Okay, so the first part. Again, we said 15 millimeters. I'm just going to draw my line first. Okay, so they want the 24 here. I'm just going to draw construction lines. Then they want the 24. Then they want the 48. They want another 24. And the 48. So we're just doing construction lines. And now I can come back and I can measure my 2 millimeters and the 15. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to draw in this first of all the way through. And now it can go a bit quicker. Dimension line. Again, 2 millimeters. You can guess it. Listen, you don't have to go measure all of these. If your guessing is good enough, no problems. Okay? Then on top of that, I want to see you do the 1 millimeter, 3 millimeters. Construction line. And then you write, the first one is 24. Oh, I'll do the arrows now. 24. Then 48. Then 24. And again 48. Arrows. Those arrows are small, people. Okay. What I want to add to this is I'm going to add another dimension just to teach you something. Oh, sorry, this clip of mine doesn't help. All right, an extra 10 millimeters on top of that. Okay, we're going to do another measurement for the sake of just teaching you something. Okay, so just extend this main dimension line. Add in another. Yeah. Okay, arrow. And what I'm teaching you is that when we do multiple dimensions, the first one is the 15 millimeter, and then after that we can have 3, 4, 5 more layers, and we have a 10 millimeter gap. And then another thing that's important, the smaller measurements are first, the longer measurements follow. Okay? So there would be another millimeter, 3 millimeters, construction line, and that total, now someone has to help me. 48 plus 48,
96.
plus 24, 100 and...
144, 72.
What's the total?
144.
Moisture. Thank you so much. 144. So the rule is the longer measurements are further away from the actual drawing. The shorter measurements are closer. The first one has got a 15 millimeter, and thereafter 10, 10, 10. We build onto that. And always on top of the line, never below that line. Okay. So ek het net so 'n bietjie maatskrywing 101 vir julle hier geleer. Die eerste maat is 15 mm weg. Daai maatlyn raak nooit die tekening nie. So daar moet 'n goeie 2 mm gaping wees. Die naaste maat is eerste, dan 'n verdere mate. So ons kon sê nou maar die volgende mate kon dalk net daai deel gewees het en dan die laaste een kon 'n hele een gewees het. Maak nou nie saak nie. Maar ek wil net dit vir jou wys en dan altyd bo die lyn as hy horisontaal is of in hierdie ene altyd links van die lyn as hy vertikaal is. Okay, die laaste deel hier is dat jy in die onderkant moet skryf model. Okay, and this you can maybe do it the same height as the text that they've already given you. So I'm just going to copy that across. We've done the symbol. The title here is model, in Afrikaans model. Ag, Engels model. Afrikaans model, jy skryf dieselfde. En skaal is skaal 1 tot 2. Last question. This is scale 1 to 2. Is this dimension correct here? Remember, this was given for me as scale as 96. But this is on scale 1 to 2. Is this measurement written correct here? Because it was not 96. This measurement was what? 40 or 60. Was that correct? Ach, 90, oh, the 96 stops here. Ha. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, but my question again. Is this right? Do we write 96 there or do we write... Huh? Yeah, I'm trying to catch you out. Nee. The dimensions, people, that I write there never changes regardless of the scale. Die mate wat ek hier skryf gaan nie verander as gevolg van die skaal nie. Die lyn verander. maar die mate bly dieselfde. Mates verander nie. Daai mate wat geskryf word verander nie. Maak nie saak wat die skaal is nie. Alright, that is talk through page 63 in the HSE workbook. Please do the next one. Now it's your turn.